Now, this is quite a discovery. Fragments of a biblical scroll, along with other relics, have been found in desert caves in Israel. Deep within the jagged cliffs of a remote mountain range, a team of scientists discovered an ancient cave that would change everything we know about history. As they stepped into the dark, quiet space, they uncovered a horrifying secret buried for thousands of years. Strange symbols covered the walls, and the eerie remains of a long-lost ritual were scattered around. Join us as we reveal this shocking truth and explore other caves that also hold their own dark secrets waiting to be uncovered. Number 20. Ancient Footprints in Chauvet Cave. Chauvet Cave, famous for its incredible prehistoric paintings, holds footprints that are around 26,000 years old. They were found in the clay floor of the cave and provide a snapshot of life from the Ice Age. What's remarkable about these footprints is that they belong to both humans and animals. Researchers discovered the prints of a child and a wolf, or possibly a dog. The child's footprints are especially intriguing, suggesting a moment when a young person was walking around the cave. Next to these, there are prints of a wolf or dog that seem to be following or interacting with the child. The footprints are incredibly well preserved, offering clues about the relationship between early humans and animals. It's believed that the wolf or dog might have been domesticated, suggesting that humans and dogs formed bonds much earlier than previously thought. Number 19. Mexico's Giant Crystal Cave. In Mexico, there's a cave that feels like something from a fantasy story, the Giant Crystal Cave, or Cueva de los Cristales. Located deep underground in Chihuahua, this cave is famous for its gigantic crystals, some of which are over 30 feet long and weigh several tons. Although the cave was discovered in 2000, it has been forming for about 500,000 years. The crystals, made of selenite, a type of gypsum, resemble massive shimmering ice formations. Conditions inside the cave are perfect for crystal growth. It's extremely hot, with temperatures reaching up to 136 degrees Fahrenheit, 58 degrees Celsius, and the air is very humid. This high temperature and moisture level allow the crystals to grow to enormous sizes. The cave is like a natural sculpture gallery, with crystals jutting out from the walls and floor, creating a surreal and breathtaking scene. While its beauty is undeniable, the extreme heat and humidity make it a challenging place for explorers. Number 18. Altamura Neanderthal Skeleton. The Altamura Neanderthal skeleton is a rare find that offers a glimpse into our ancient past. Discovered in 1993 in a cave in Adelzy's Altamura region, this skeleton is around 170,000 years old and belongs to a Neanderthal, one of our closest relatives from long ago. What makes this skeleton so unique is its exceptional preservation. Unlike many other Neanderthal remains, the Altamura skeleton is nearly complete. Most Neanderthal fossils consist of bits and pieces, so having an almost entire skeleton is incredibly valuable for researchers. It was found in a cave that had been slowly filling with mineral deposits over the centuries, which helped protect the bones from damage, allowing scientists to study them in detail. They discovered that the Neanderthal was an adult male, and that his bones showed signs of wear and tear, probably from a challenging life. Interestingly, the cave where the skeleton was found also contained ancient tools and animal remains, suggesting that it might have served various purposes for Neanderthals, including as a shelter. Number 17. Axe Murderer in Idaho's Buffalo Cave. Joseph Henry Loveless might not be a familiar name, but his story is fascinating, especially as it unfolds in Idaho's Buffalo Cave. Loveless was an outlaw from the early 20th century, notorious for his criminal activities. Born in 1885, he was involved in a series of heists and robberies that ultimately led to a gruesome end in 1916. Loveless was known to be on the run, often hiding in remote areas of Idaho, including Buffalo Cave. This cave, located in a rugged part of the state, became the site of a chilling discovery years later. In 1916, after being implicated in a bank robbery, Loveless was wanted by the authorities. His criminal activities caught up with him, and he was eventually found dead in the cave, his body brutally mutilated. Number 16. 9,000-year-old skeleton in Cheddar Gorge. In Cheddar Gorge, England, an extraordinary find was made in 1903, a 9,000-year-old skeleton known as Cheddar Man. Discovered in a cave within the gorge, a stunning natural landmark, Cheddar Man is one of the oldest and best-preserved skeletons ever found in Britain. He provides incredible insight into early human life in the area. Likely a hunter-gatherer who lived during the Mesolithic period, Cheddar Man lived at a time when people were transitioning from a nomadic lifestyle to settling in one place. His skeleton was remarkably well preserved due to the unique conditions of the cave, which kept the bones from decaying over millennia. This preservation allowed scientists to learn much about his life. Fascinatingly, modern DNA analysis revealed that Cheddarman had dark skin and blue eyes, challenging assumptions about the appearance of ancient Europeans. He also had a robust build and likely lived a physically demanding life. Number 15. Oldest known wine in Sicilian cave. Imagine sipping a glass of wine that's been around for 6,000 years. That's precisely what scientists discovered in a Sicilian cave, rewriting the history of winemaking in Italy and pushing it back 3,000 years from what was previously believed. This find was made in the Cave of the Shipwreck, discovered in Sicily in 2024. Inside, researchers found evidence of winemaking dating back to around 4000 BC. The cave contained various well-preserved artifacts, including ancient jars and pottery with traces of what was once wine. These artifacts were buried in a layer of sediment that had protected them over millennia. The condition of the wine remains was exceptional. The ancient wine was found in clay amphorae, large storage jars where scientists found remnants of wine that had been carefully aged and fermented. A chemical analysis suggested that the wine was made from local grapes and spiced with herbs and other flavorings, similar to modern spiced wines. Number 14. Bata Valley Megaliths in Indonesia. The Bata Valley in Indonesia is home to an intriguing collection of ancient megaliths that continue to baffle researchers. Located on the island of Sulawesi, the valley features over 400 large stone structures scattered across its landscape. These megaliths are notable for their resemblance to the famous statues of Easter Island, adding an extra layer of mystery. Many of the statues, known as menhirs, have distinct expressive faces, and some even sport crudely drawn male reproductive organs. Despite their striking appearance, they lack limbs, a common feature among the statues in the valley. Locals believe there could be over 1,000 of these megaliths hidden in the area, with many potentially buried underground, meaning one could be walking right over one without even knowing. In addition to the statues, Bata Valley is home to large stone tubs, adding to the enigma of this fascinating site. The Bata Valley in Indonesia is home to a fascinating collection of ancient megaliths that continue to baffle researchers. Located on the island of Sulawesi, the valley features over 400 large stone structures scattered across its landscape. These megaliths are notable for their resemblance to the famous statues of Easter Island, adding an extra layer of intrigue. Many of the statues, called menhirs, have distinct expressive faces, and some even feature crude depictions of male reproductive organs. Despite their striking appearance, they lack limbs, a common feature among the statues in the valley. Locals believe that there may be over 1,000 of these megaliths hidden in the area, potentially buried underground, meaning one could be walking over one without knowing it. In addition to the statues, Bata Valley is also home to large stone tubs, which are some of the most mysterious features of the site. These stone jars, as big as a car, are partially buried in the ground, resembling oversized cookie jars with lids decorated with designs that seem to resemble gorillas. The purpose of these tubs remains unknown. In a Croatian cave, scientists made a unique discovery, a new species of translucent snails. Living about 20,000 feet underground, these snails are completely blind and transparent. Known as Veternica Cave, located in southern Croatia, it's renowned for its unusual wildlife. The translucent snails have adapted to thrive in the total darkness of their subterranean home and no longer need eyes. Their clear bodies allow researchers to observe their internal organs and functions more easily. This adaptation is a result of living in an environment with constant temperatures and high humidity, where they subsist on fungi and other tiny organisms. The snails play a crucial role in the cave's ecosystem by breaking down organic matter, contributing to the nutrient cycle in this dark, closed-off habitat. The cave's unique mineral-rich waters and lack of light have created a special environment for these snails, demonstrating how life can adapt in the most unexpected ways. Near the western shore of the Dead Sea in Israel, the Cave of Horror recently made headlines with an exciting discovery. Fresh fragments of a nearly 2,000-year-old scroll were found here, adding to the renowned Dead Sea Scrolls collection. These fragments are believed to come from biblical texts of Zechariah and Nahum, offering a rare glimpse into ancient scripture. This cave is part of a group of 8 caves in the Nahal Hever Canyon, used as a refuge during a Jewish revolt against Roman rule between 132 and 135 CE, led by Simon Bar Kokhba, a messianic figure to his followers. The Cave of Horror was chosen for its remote, difficult-to-access location, making it an ideal hiding spot. The scroll fragments are invaluable. They include some of the earliest known copies of Zechariah 8:16-17 and Nahum 1:5-6, written in Greek as part of a translation of the Hebrew Bible's minor prophets, which contains dramatic stories like Jonah and the Great Fish. The Oya stone quarries in Japan offer a glimpse into an ancient mining operation. Located in Utsunomiya, Tochigi Prefecture. The quarries are famous for their enormous caverns carved from Oya stone, a volcanic rock known for its durability and ease of use. Dating back to the Edo period, 1603 to 1868, though some speculate they are even older. The caverns are large enough to fit a small elephant. The miners who carved these spaces must have possessed incredible skill and tools, given the precision of the cavern shapes. Historically, Oya stone was used in significant buildings, including parts of Tokyo's Imperial Hotel. The sheer scale of the quarries indicates a large-scale industrial operation, which is surprising given the labor-intensive process of creating such vast spaces by hand. In Sri Lanka's lush rainforests, researchers recently uncovered a set of bone arrowheads about 48,000 years old in the Fahin Lena cave. This exciting find, made by an international team from the Max Planck Institute for the Science of Human History, Griffith University, and the Sri Lankan Department of Archaeology, represents the earliest evidence of bows and arrows found outside of Africa. These tools were likely used by early humans to hunt elusive rainforest animals like monkeys and squirrels. The craftsmanship of the arrowhead suggests the makers had an advanced understanding of their environment and sophisticated hunting skills. In the Indian state of Andhra Pradesh, ancient cave art featuring crocodiles has been found, capturing the attention of archaeologists. These caves, located in a now dry area that was likely once filled with water, hold remnants of a civilization from around 7,000 years ago. The walls are covered with drawings, many featuring crocodiles, including a life-size depiction rendered in red ochre, making it appear like a giant prehistoric creature. The abundance of crocodile drawings has puzzled researchers since no crocodiles live in the area today. It is speculated that the region's former waterways supported crocodiles, explaining their frequent appearance in the artwork. These animals might have either inspired fear or served as a significant food source. In New Zealand, researchers discovered a preserved claw from the extinct Mo bird, a species that once roamed the forests and plains of the islands. This claw, around 3,300 years old, provides insight into one of New Zealand's most remarkable extinct species. The Mo, a giant flightless bird that could reach up to 12 feet tall and weigh around 500 pounds, was driven to extinction by the late 13th century, primarily due to hunting by the Maori and habitat destruction. The claw, preserved with flesh, allows scientists to study the Mo's physical characteristics and its environment. It was part of the bird's powerful legs, which were likely used for running and possibly for defense. Deep within the ancient cave of Aktun Tunishul Muknal in Belize, archaeologists made a chilling discovery shedding light on the Maya practice of human sacrifice. Known as the Cave of the Crystal Maiden, it contains archaeological evidence of ritualistic sacrifices dating back about 1,000 years. Among the human remains found is the Crystal Maiden, a young woman whose skeleton, covered in mineral deposits, sparkles with a crystallized appearance. The maiden's remains suggest she was sacrificed in a religious ritual, possibly to appease the gods.